Welcome to Dan Sports Tips MLB Preview show for today, the 4th of June. We had a reasonable-ish night last night. We didn't lose. We made a smallish gain. It was about a point, I think, overall. There are quite a few games today. There's a couple of plays as well. You're going to need to keep an eye on the Twitter account because there's some prices that just aren't up yet due to pitching changes and things. The first game I do want to look at is Philadelphia and Milwaukee. Weather conditions look very favourable for hitters today in Philly at Citizens Bank Ballpark. Hellickson and Guerra are pitching tonight. There are a couple of fly ball pitchers. Philadelphia did score some runs for a change last night. Milwaukee have got some pop in their lineup as well, particularly Braun and the catcher, whose name has just escaped me, Jonathan LaCroix. They hit righties particularly well. Milwaukee are also fairly aggressive on the base paths. The total run line is at 7.5. I think that looks a bit low, so I'm going to play the over in that game. The Baltimore Orioles and the New York Yankees. The Orioles lineup is surging and scoring runs again. Even Nova's coming into town to pitch for the Yankees. Nova has a 7.59 ERA in his last 4 games with Baltimore, and his performance has dropped off the last couple of starts since joining the rotation. He's lost them both. They were both against Toronto, allowing 4 runs on each occasion. Tyler Wilson has been distinctly average himself with a 5.30 ERA in his last 3 games, but the Yankees are not convincing at the plate. They haven't been scoring a lot of runs, and have a number of hitters that are also struggling with injuries at the moment, and I just don't think New York will be able to keep up on the scoreboard with the O's in this one, so I'm going to play Baltimore on a run line, and I'm going to buy a couple of runs as well. We're going to go back to Kansas City, Cleveland tonight. Ian Kennedy's up tonight for the Royals. He's been excellent, allowing 2 earned runs or less in 8 of 10 starts this year, including a shutout against these Indians earlier in the season. He comes in with a 4-3 mark and a 3.03 ERA on the season. In opposition today is Josh Tomlin, who has somehow managed to work his way to a 7-1 record, despite having an ERA higher than Kennedy at 3.79. He does come into this game off his worst start of the year, with 8 runs allowed in less than 4 innings against Texas. I'm willing to look at yesterday's game as a blip for the Royals against a good pitcher, as they were streaking with 6 straight wins coming into that game. Tomlin has had some issues in the first inning as well. He's got an ERA of 8 across his 9 starts in the first. He's allowed multiple runs on more than one occasion. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Kansas City to win the game at odds against. I'm going to buy some runs to play -2.5. Eric Hosmer has hit Tomlin well, got a couple of home runs off of him, hits from the right side of the plate as well. So we'll take Eric Hosmer to hit a home run and Kansas City to win the game at 9-1. And we'll buy Kansas City first innings performance at 8 for a point as well. As I say, there are a couple of other lines I'm looking at, a couple of other games. There may be a treble or a double, dependent on prices when they come up as well later on. So keep an eye on the Twitter account, and there may be a couple more plays. But that's all I've got for you at the moment. Best of luck if you're having a play. Play ball.